Hi everyone, this is Julianne Victoria. So as you can see, I'm in my car. So mini me is at dance class, and usually I just sit in the car for the hour and read. It's a big time for me to get my reading done, but I forgot my book. So here we are in the car, and I thought, well, maybe I'll record a video. So now I feel like a mom vlogger sitting in a car recording a video. But here I am. So I thought I'd do a VR to B over at Ikali Sunflower, and she did a video. It was sort of a VR to, I think, the interview she did over at Amethyst Ascension with Rochelle. And I believe the hashtag, because I don't have anything with me to check, is intuitive hits. And B's were very interesting. I'll link her video below. She gets very specific intuitive hits, like, you know, if she feels something, it means exactly this. So I thought that was very fascinating. For my intuitive hits, it's maybe more general, but it does get specific. So she went through the clairs, and so I guess I'll talk about that. There's 6 main clairs, and they're all basically related to the 5 senses, plus claircognizance, which is clear knowing. So clairvoyance, clear seeing, clairaudience, clear hearing, clairsentience, clear feeling, often emotions, but sometimes in the body. The smell is clairalience, and I forget the taste name for the taste one. And basically I do get all of those to varying degrees. The strongest ones are clairvoyance and clairaudience. Clairaudience, I don't necessarily hear something out here talking, but I'll often see words, and often they're printed in like old typewriter print when I see them in my mind's eye. The other really strong one is like I feel things in my physical body that will relate to someone I'm doing a reading for, or something personal, myself. But they're not so specific, like if I feel, I don't know, something in my stomach, it means exactly this for every single person. It really depends on who I'm reading for, or what I'm experiencing in my personal life. But I would say I get intuitive hits all the time. And I thought about this a lot, like, do I get very specific ones? I mean, I guess with the body, if I had a pain in the stomach, yeah, if I was doing like one of my distance healing sessions, I'd be like, oh, there's something there. And actually in those, my distance Reiki and shamanic healing sessions, things I feel in my physical body directly relate to that person, because it's healing focused. In, say, a tarot reading, or even in astrology, because intuitive stuff does come through in astrology readings, even though astrology is very textbook, you know, it's like moon in this sign means this, and this angle, and da-da-da. But intuitive stuff does come through. It's not quite as direct. Yeah, so it's hard to explain because it's intuitive, right? And sometimes, yeah, a thought will pop into my head. I'll just know. I'll be like, oh, this is this. This is that. And, you know, I often get the question, like, how do you know if that's like me, Julie, thinking this, or it's a psychic hit, basically. And it just takes practice. And an important thing, like, if you want to really tap into your intuition or your clairs or your psychic abilities while doing a reading, whether for yourself or someone else or in other ways in your life, it's really important to be centered and grounded going into it. Meditate before, if that helps, or have a regular meditation practice. Those things are really important to sort of separate out you, the ego identity, and what you're picking up intuitively or psychically. But I did kind of think, like, do I have, like, be very specific? Like, I was fascinated by her answers, because she's like, oh, if this comes up, this means this, and this, I know it's this. And I can't say that it's so cut and dry for me. It really depends on what's going on. I might feel multiple things at once. I might get a message. I might see a vision, or like a memory pops up, or something I haven't thought about in a long time, and that will relate to the person I'm reading for, the reading, or whatever it might be. And then I have to translate it. Like, I have to translate, especially clairvoyant things, I have to translate for the person I'm reading for, because it's obviously not my memory of something, but what is the story behind that? What is the archetypal energy behind that? And how does that relate to what I'm seeing, say, in the tarot cards or in the astrology? So the only thing that is really cut and dry is like clairaudience. Like I'll see a word, or a phrase will come into my head, or even a phrase from a song will pop into my head. And to me, that's like that's the message. That word or that sentence or that phrase is the clear, cut and dry message. So I guess this is a short little VR. Yeah, intuitive hits. I get them all the time. It takes a lot of practice to understand them, to filter them out, to filter me out. A little more challenging when it's like the intuitive message is a memory of mine or something I've seen, and then I have to translate it for the client. And a good way to sort that out, if like something pops into your head, you know, if it was like something you were talking about with someone earlier in the day, you really have to ask yourself, oh, is that just because it's still lingering in my mind, or does that relate to the client? And if you're searching to relate it to the client, then it's probably you. So that's a good way to filter that out. But I think most people get intuitive hits all the time. It may not be the clairs, it may not be like so psychic, but we all pick things up in different ways. Okay, so that is my little car VR. And you can see the rain. We are in a 2-day rainstorm right now. So I'm excited because we're still in a drought here in California. So that is my first mom vlog. Maybe I'll do more of these. All right, thank you guys for watching. Check out Bee's original, fascinating the way she gets her intuitive hits, and I'll see you guys back here soon.